I chat straight into it. Hold on, let me get my mic straight. I'm tripping. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. All right. So look, we reacted to your life as every level, every see every level, every tick. See, I keep stuttering. I keep stuttering. So every your life as every TikTok creator rank. This is crazy because look, y'all. I just low key on some chill shit though. You know what I mean? I low key just hit 86K on the top. Shout out y'all. Shout out God. We actually shout out God first, and then shout out y'all, cause you feel me. God made all y'all, so like you know what I mean. But shout out God. You feel me? Shout out myself. Shout out y'all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for 86K. I just passed my band account. Anyways, yeah, let's get right into it, bro. I don't know why I'm doing all this talking, cause I don't do all this talking. So yeah,
The first post.
the
You
first
filmed the
post.
first video 11 times before
Oh
you
my.
post it. Not because the content is wrong, the content is the
Hoo-wee, see.
same each time.
Nah, not gonna lie, that is real, bro. I ain't gonna, well, not even that. I would say I posted like different posts, but in the same format, bro. I ain't
A
gonna lie.
30-second clip of something you genuinely find interesting or funny or
Yeah,
worth sharing. The kind of thing you have been consuming on this platform for 2 years and that made you think, at some specific moment on a Tuesday night, I could do that.
right.
The
You
reason you
feel
film
me?
it 11 times is that you keep watching yourself back and discovering that you do not look the way you look in your head, which is a discovery that every person who has ever pointed a phone camera at themselves makes at some point, and that TikTok has made available to approximately 2 billion
What?
people who would otherwise have gone their entire lives without making it. You post the 11th take at 9:47 p.m. and you put the phone face down, and you give it 20 minutes before you check. 43 views.
Uh-oh.
14 of them are yours from the watchback. 3 are from your
Bruh.
close
That little first little 50 views, I ain't gonna lie, that junk boosts you your head. Like, I ain't gonna cap, like, you'll be posting out of nowhere that little, hold on. 50 people seen this, bro. I don't know. A lot of people don't think like that at the start, bro, because it's like, a lot of people don't think like, oh, 50 people in this room right now. That's crazy. They seen my post. Like, nah, dude. A lot of people don't think like that, bro. It's
friend you
crazy,
texted the
bro. I ain't
link
gonna
to
lie.
immediately after posting. The remaining 26 are strangers, which is both the most exciting and the least useful metric you will encounter on this platform, because 26 views from the For You page means the algorithm showed your video
Yo,
to a small test audience of people who have never heard of you
it's
and
crazy.
watched it long enough to register as a view, and didn't interact further, which is the algorithm's way of saying promising, but not yet. The For You page is the entire engine of TikTok, and understanding how it works is the thing that separates people who grow from people who post forever into the
Hey, understanding the algorithm is nah. I'm not gonna even cap to y'all, bro. That shit do not matter. Bro, if y'all don't just post, bro, facts, bro. Like I be getting on everybody y'all talk about, like I talk to about TikTok, bro. Like just post, bro. Like a lot of people be, oh, what am I finna post, bro? What am I? Just post, game. It's not that hard, bro.
void. It is
You feel
not
me?
a follower based system, it is a content based system. This means your very first video can reach millions of people if the
Come on now.
algorithm decides to test it on progressively larger audiences,
Come on now.
which it decides based on three things: completion rate, the percentage of viewers who watch the whole video, shares, and comments. Likes matter less than people think. Completion rate is everything. The
Come on
algorithm is
now.
not asking whether people liked your video, it is asking whether people stopped doing something else to watch all of it.
Come
This
on now.
distinction will take you several
You gotta catch their eye. You gotta catch their attention. You gotta make them think. You know what I'm saying?
months to fully internalize. Your first month, 12 videos posted. Total views across all 12, 4,300.
That's just
Average
crazy.
completion rate, 38%. Followers gained, 41. Of the 41, 11 are people you know in real life who followed out of social obligation, and you will watch exactly one of your future videos out of continued social obligation, and who will not tell their own followers about the channel because that would require a level of public endorsement they are not yet ready to give. The 30 strangers are the ones you came for. You
Come
came
on
for
now.
strangers.
Imagine being
Oh
able
my
to build
god. I
anything
swear to
just by
ass,
thinking about it.
bro. They
Meet
just be getting
Base
me every time.
44,
I ain't gonna
a
lie.
complete
Level 2.
Anyways,
The FYP.
before you pay.
The video that blows up is not the one you worked hardest on. You will think about this for a long time. The video you spent 4 hours on, the one you scripted and filmed from multiple angles and edited with a trending sound you specifically researched for its current performance rate on the platform, that video did 900 views. The video you made in 11 minutes on a Wednesday afternoon because you had a thought and filmed it before the thought went away, that video wakes you up the next morning with 240,000 views
Yeah,
and
that
your
shit be
phone in the
crazy,
specific
bro. I ain't
state
gonna
of a
lie.
device that has been vibrating continuously for 7 hours while you slept. 240,000 views overnight. Your follower count has gone from 41 to 4,900 while you were unconscious. You have 712
Yo,
comments.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, like that follower jump while you sleep, gang. That jump will really get you, cause it's like, yo, what the your video get like 1 million views overnight. It's like, hold on. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not weird,
And
bro.
you read
It's a
all
weird feeling for sure.
712 of them over the next 3 hours in a way that will set an expectation your future self will not be able to maintain. Here is what happened. The algorithm tested your video on an initial small batch of viewers. Those viewers had an unusually high completion rate. They watched all the way through. So the algorithm tested it on a larger batch. That batch also completed at a high rate and left comments. The algorithm read the comments, identified them as engaged rather than negative, and began distributing the video to tens of thousands of people, then to hundreds of thousands. The process took about 8 hours and required nothing from
Yo, I ain't gonna
you.
lie, they breaking it down. I ain't never heard this type of breakdown in my life. Like they explaining things that like even you feel me like tips and trick people on TikTok not explaining.
Except
Like,
having originally
it's
made a
crazy. You
video
might
that people
gain some
couldn't
sauce from
stop
this video.
watching before it ended.
Not gonna lie.
The specific thing that made people complete it was the hook. The first 3 seconds contained something that made someone decide not to scroll, which is the one decision that determines everything on TikTok, and that you made accidentally in the 11-minute video and deliberately in the 4-hour video, and the algorithm recorded both results objectively and without sympathy. You post a follow-up video the next day. It gets 12,000 views. The day after that, 6,000. The day after that, 3,000. This is completely normal, and you don't know it yet, and the descent from 240,000 to 3,000 in 4 days is the first real psychological experience of being a TikTok creator, which is the experience of a number that went up very fast, beginning the process of coming back down, and the specific question of whether you can get it back. You can, but not by chasing the video that already worked. Level 3. The small creator. You have between 5,000 and 50,000 followers, and you have learned, specifically and recently,
Oh my
that followers
gosh,
on
bro.
TikTok
Here,
are
wait,
not
hold on.
the small creator. You have between 5,000 and 50,000
Small creator is 5,000 to 50,000 gang. I don't even know what position I'm at right now.
followers,
Hold
and
on.
you have learned, specifically and recently, that followers on TikTok are not the same as audience. A YouTube subscriber is someone who has opted into your content and whose subscription actively directs them toward your new videos. A TikTok follower is someone who pressed a button and whose TikTok experience is determined entirely by the algorithm, regardless of who they follow. You can have 50,000 followers and post a video that reaches 300 of them if the algorithm decides not to distribute it. The follower count is a social signal. The algorithm is the actual distribution network, and the algorithm does not care about your follower count. It cares about whether your video is holding people long enough to show them one more video after it. On TikTok, this is called retention, and you've become obsessed with the first 3 seconds of every video you make in a way that your friends find difficult to explain to people who don't make content. At 1,000 followers, you unlock
That's
live.
real though.
You go live for the first time on a Thursday night, and 17 people join across the full 2-hour session. Of those 17, 3 send gifts. The gifts are digital flowers and small animations that viewers purchase with TikTok coins, a virtual currency that costs real money and that TikTok takes 50% of when it reaches you. Your first live earns you $4.30 after TikTok's cut.
Yo, this is
both a
crazy,
real
gang. That's how I kind of went for me. That's wild. Like, how many people? I don't know. I wonder how many people have
amount of
experienced
money.
the $5 live. You
and
know what I
an
mean?
amount of money that required
Be
2
doing
hours
shit.
of live performance to produce. which works out to an hourly rate that you are choosing not to calculate. At 10,000 followers, you apply for the Creator Rewards Program. The old Creator Fund paid approximately 2 to 4 cents per thousand views. The Creator Rewards Program, which replaced it, pays between 40 cents and $1 per thousand views for videos over 1 minute, which is a significant improvement and still the kind of number that requires
Holy.
enormous view counts to produce anything life-changing. A video with 500,000 views earns you between $200 and $500 into the program. A video with 500,000 views also required you to make every video before it that built the audience that produced the viral one, and none of those earn proportionally to their contribution. The first brand DM arrives at 12,000 followers.
Oh,
A
man.
plain skincare brand offers you $50 to post a video featuring their product. The $50 is real. The product retails for $38, which means the brand's customer acquisition cost for your post is $12, which means they've assessed your
Yo, they
12,000
breaking it
followers
down for
and calculated
sure.
that $12 is what your endorsement is worth to them. You accept it because $50 is $50, and because the alternative is continuing to make content for free, which you have been doing for 4 months. You post the video. The video does 8,000 views. The comments ask if it's sponsored. You say yes in the comments. The brand does not come back for a second post. Level 4. The grind.
Understood.
You are posting every day, and some days twice, and the posting schedule you have committed to operates with the specific indifference of a system that does not care about your energy levels, your motivation, your creative state, or the fact that it is 11:43 p.m. and you have work at 7 in the morning, and you are standing in your kitchen filming a video about something you thought of an hour ago that may or may not be good, but that has to exist by midnight because the schedule says so, and the algorithm rewards consistency, and the algorithm is not
Nah,
going to
for
make
real.
an
Hey,
exception.
look, you already said the algorithm rewards consistency, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Oh my gosh. This man just dropped the gym, bro. The algorithm rewards consistency. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like,
For your
straight like that.
circumstance. You have between 50,000 and 200,000 followers.
Dang.
Brand deals are the real income at this level. The
Yeah.
Creator Rewards Program is supplemental, a floor, not a ceiling. At 100,000 followers in a lifestyle or entertainment niche, you can command between $500 and $2,000 per sponsored post,
Whoa.
depending on your engagement rate, your niche, and how well you negotiate, which you are still not doing well because you accepted the first number twice
Yeah.
before you learned to wait 3 days before responding to any offer. The waiting communicates that you are evaluating other options. You are usually not evaluating other options. The waiting still works. TikTok Shop has entered your life. TikTok Shop allows you to place affiliate
Boy.
links on your videos so that when a viewer buys the product through your video, you earn a commission between 5 and 20% of the sale. This sounds passive and almost is. The commission arrives whether or not you are online, whether or not you check your phone, whether or not you remember that the video exists. The difference between
Hold on.
TikTok Shop post
Wait a minute.
is the
Wait a
commission
minute.
arrives.
Yo, yo, this AI shit crazy, gang. Yo, y'all see it, bro? How she phasing through the, you know what?
Whether or not you are
I'ma
online,
just chill, though.
whether or not you check your phone.
But nah, that commission, yo, that TikTok shop, yo, I entered that around the FYP phase, bro.
Whether or not you remember that the video exists. The difference between TikTok Shop working and not working is whether the product you chose converts with your specific audience, which is something you discover only by testing products and reading the conversion data and thinking hard about who your audience actually is versus who you assume they are, which are sometimes the same person and sometimes not. The shadow ban finds you this level. 1 week, your videos are reaching 300,000 views per post. The following week, the same content is reaching 4,000. No notification.
See, that's why you
no
gotta.
explanation.
That's why you gotta switch sounds and jump, bro. I be getting past that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got shadow banned in a while, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
No clear violation, no appeal process that produces a human being. The algorithm simply stops distributing your content with the same force it was distributing it before, and you are left reading every comment you made, every sound you used, every word in every caption, trying to identify the specific element that changed the distribution. Sometimes you find it. Sometimes the distribution comes back on its own 2 weeks later. Sometimes you change everything about your content in response to a shadow ban that wasn't actually a shadow ban, and was just the algorithm having a slow week.
Man, set up crazy.
And you permanently alter a creative direction that was working because a metric dipped briefly and you interpreted the dip as a signal. You also start going viral in the wrong direction once this level. A video about something ordinary and
Hey,
personal.
bro, it ain't no going viral in the world. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it is. I ain't gonna count. With me, I never care. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if people, like, they hate you one day and then they love you the next day, bro. I ain't never cared about none of that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Reaches a corner of
Keep it a
TikTok
buck.
that misinterprets it, and the
Keep it
comments
smooth,
become
bud.
something else entirely. And you spend 2 hours reading comments that are about a version of you that the video created in people's minds rather than the version of you that made the video. And you understand for the first time that scale on this platform includes the scale of being misread.
Mm-hmm.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce
Again, stop playing
store.
with me on this.
Level 5, the platform.
Yeah.
You have between 200,000 and 1 million followers,
See, I don't got
and
that.
TikTok is no longer a hobby,
Okay.
and the line between where TikTok ends and
I'ma
where your
have it
identity
soon.
begins has become genuinely difficult to locate. Your income this year from the combination of brand deals, creator rewards, TikTok shop affiliates, and live gifts is somewhere between $40,000 and $120,000 depending on the month. The variance is enormous because brand deals are inconsistent. Some months, 3 come in simultaneously, and the income for that month makes you feel like you figured something out, and some months nothing comes in, and the Creator Rewards program carries the baseline, and the baseline from the program alone at your view count is between $2,000 and $4,000 a month,
Oh, wow.
which is real money and not enough to live on in most major cities, which is why the brand deals are not optional supplemental income, but structural income that the whole operation depends on. You have a media kit now, a one-page PDF with your analytics, your audience demographics, your engagement rate, your previous brand collaborations, and a rates
got that
section
now.
that you
I ain't gonna
update
lie.
every time you get a deal that exceeds your previous floor. The media kit is the professional version of the thing you once did by responding to emails saying, "Thank you so much for reaching out," before negotiating nothing. You now respond 3 days later with a rates PDF. The response rate from brands after you send the PDF is lower than the response rate before you sent the PDF, because sending the PDF filters out the brands who are offering below your rate. This is the correct outcome, and it took you 7 months to believe it was. The psychological weight of this level is platform dependency, and you carry it specifically in the way you look at
But I ain't gonna lie, it's never gonna be this complicated with me, gang. Like,
every update TikTok announces.
like, bro, I would be like, I'm gonna be so. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me at like 500,000 followers or subscribers or whatever, bro. I'm gonna be chilling, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Every algorithm change, every monetization policy update, every piece of news about the potential US ban, every legislative hearing that features someone holding up a phone and asking if TikTok is dangerous. You watch all of it with the specific anxiety of someone who
not
has
finna
built
be
their
watching all
livelihood
this, bro.
on infrastructure they do
Oh,
not
bro.
own or control. Your income, your audience, your professional identity exist on servers in Singapore and data centers you have never visited, and are subject to decisions made in boardrooms in Beijing and Washington by people who are not thinking about you specifically, but whose decisions will affect you specifically. The ban conversation arrives in your comments section every week. Viewers ask if you are worried. You say you are diversifying. You are diversifying. You have an Instagram with 80,000 followers, and a YouTube channel with 12,000 subscribers, and a newsletter with 4,300 people on it. The diversification is real and insufficient. The Instagram algorithm does not deliver the same organic reach as TikTok. The YouTube audience is 1/10 the size. The newsletter is the most stable thing you own, and you treat it like a fallout shelter you hope you never need. Level 6, the institution. You have over 1 million followers, and you
Golly.
have had this many followers for long enough that the number has stopped feeling large and started feeling like a responsibility. Not in the way a financial responsibility feels, more specific than that. 1 million people have decided that what you make is worth a portion of their
Wow.
daily attention, and daily attention is the one genuinely non-renewable resource every person has, and spending it on you was a choice those people made. and the weight of that choice sits on your content in a way it didn't when the audience was small enough that you could feel like you were making things for yourself. At 50 followers, you make things for yourself. At 1 million, you make things for the million, which is a
Oh
different
man,
creative act wearing the same clothes. Brand deals at this level run between $10,000 and $50,000 per post,
man, it's more than
depending
that.
on
Come on now.
category exclusivity and usage
I know,
rights, and the specific
man. If you having over 1 million followers, bro, 40,000, bro, man, probably like
window
70.
in which the
That's what I'm
brand
thinking.
appears
I ain't gonna
and
lie.
how naturally the integration sits in your
Some people will
content,
probably offer
and
70.
approximately 40 other variables that a talent agency now negotiates on your behalf for 15% of every deal they bring in, which is 15% of amounts that make 15% a reasonable price to pay for never again being in a negotiation where you don't know what you're worth.
Mm.
You are on every platform simultaneously. TikTok is the engine, but it is not the only vehicle. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, YouTube Longform, a podcast you launched 8 months ago that has 200,000 listeners, and a collaboration with a consumer brand whose product you co-designed and whose launch did $400,000 in sales in the first 48 hours, of which you receive a royalty percentage that your accountant tracks in a separate document from your content
See,
income
I ain't think this
because
deep.
your
See, I'm
accountant
thinking
now
about
maintains
YouTube
multiple
stuff.
documents. You have an accountant, you have a manager, you have a lawyer who reviewed the brand co-design contract and found 2 clauses that would have cost you significantly and that you would not have found yourself, and that cost you less in legal fees than the clauses would have cost you in lost revenue. The question that arrives at 1 million followers is not the money question. The money question is answered. The question is, what happens to the person who is making videos in their kitchen at 11:43 p.m.
See, they talking about people that's soft and boring and lame. Like, bro, like, I'ma still be Z. Like, what are we talking about?
before any of this happened,
What?
and whether that person is still the one in the frame or whether the frame has gradually replaced them with a more photogenic and optimized and
Bro.
engagement
Like,
rate
what?
adjusted
Come on
version
now.
who posts on a schedule and knows their audience demographics and has learned to save the unplanned honest moments for the end of videos because late placement authentic content retains better than front-loaded authentic content and has learned this from data and cannot unlearn it. Kabi Lame built to 160
Oh
million
man.
followers by reacting to overcomplicated
Hold on. Why they made him? Why they made him look like what is this? Hello.
life hacks with nothing but a shrug and an open palm. The shrug was
Bro.
real before it was content. Then it was content before it was a brand. Then it was a brand before anyone asked whether the person doing the shrug still felt like shrugging, or had simply become the person who does the
Bro.
shrug because the shrug is what built the 160 million. You go
That.
live at 8 tonight.
Yo.
You were going to be yourself in there. You were trying to remember exactly who that is.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, is that whole video straight facts? I ain't gonna cap. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Something lame, bro. Yo, all he did was this. Oh, bro, like he ran that shit up too. That shit was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That whole like, wow. And then I think he sold his whole thing or sold something for like 9 or some million, bro. That junk seems crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, man, hey, y'all know what it is, man. Like, subscribe, hey, 100 likes, facts. Y'all gotta give me 100 likes, man. Facts. We working too hard. We grinding too crazy, man. We going too dumb. You know what I'm saying? But hey, yeah, man. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Facts. I don't got no outro yet. I gotta get an outro. I gotta cop an outro type shit. Yeah.